Let's see and make sure that's all working. Perfect. I think we are working. Make sure everything's all up. Wonderful. Okay. Let's see. That should be running. I think this is what my second live on YouTube. Well, I just want to take a moment to say hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm so excited tonight. This is the first time I'm not really just talking to myself. There's a I'm talking to all of you. There has been a quite a big jump in the community, which is honestly crazy, and it blew me away. I just want to thank everyone for being here, and for helping grow the Unhinged family together. It's been honestly exciting seeing our little community come together. Tonight I decided that we were just going to be building villager homes in a tester world. Um, Kind of show you some behind the scenes of the stuff that I'm putting together for the channel. And really just hang out, relax. I just want everyone to know that this is a safe and cozy space for everyone. If you're new here, welcome. And everyone else, I can't wait to keep building this community with you all. I'm just so excited. We'll actually go through some of the other builds I have over there too, because I think it'll be fun seeing the whole process. Um, so yeah, let's just go ahead and take a quick gander at everything. Oh, there we go. So, I do it on a super flat world because I think it's just a little bit easier to see everything all laid out. So let's take a quick gander. We have our original crop farm we set up in here. I did grow all of the stuff because I wanted to see how everything would look. And honestly, I think it turned out pretty much exactly how it was supposed to turn out in the original, from the original into the world we have together. Um, and then if we pop over to the little villager hut, this is what it was supposed to look like. Surprisingly, that's exactly how it was supposed to look like. And it is a little bit bigger than I expected. But down here, we're supposed to have like that mossy stone brick that I just haven't gotten to. I made everything, I think, just a little bit too big in our actual world. So I'm not like overly mad about it, but like I wanted it about this size, and I got a little bit overexcited. And then we have our campsite that we put together, and it's pretty much on par as well. The enchantment area, I have not added the buttons, and I don't think I liked the buttons when I did it there. And then if we go all the way over here, this is the start of our little villager homes that I told everyone I would be building for our villagers so they're not in that hall anymore, which is exciting. I'm very excited for them. Um, so I have them all labeled out with like specific colors for what is what. I'm thinking the red one is going to be more for the librarians. I think I'll have like their lecterns and stuff in here. I don't know what I'm gonna really do with all of these buildings yet, but I liked the frames for them. I think that they were really nice and easy to put together, so I wasn't too like what is the word I'm looking for? I wasn't too like S- Stressed about the designs of the house, I guess. But I finally got them all kind of framed out so we would have homes for the villagers. Because I always feel terrible walking in there now, and it's just like a giant hall of villagers. So that's what we'll be doing tonight is just getting some more framework done for them. So I'm a little bit excited. Um, we did start on the red one a little bit. um, I think we're gonna have a tower in there. I'm not too sure. Not too sure just yet. But I think that's the route we're gonna go. I think it just breaks up the very angular shapes of the houses because it's been a little bit angular over here. Originally, I wasn't even going to add these sections right over here, but I decided to add them last minute to break up the just random square I had placed. We'll go with, I think, cobble and andesite for the detailing. I think. I don't know what we'll do the trim for these homes, and I'm trying to see if dark oak will look good for the villager homes. If you've seen episodes 1 through 6, I think we've done a lot of spruce and dark oak builds, and I would like to stay on theme with that, I think, but I'm not too sure whether or not that's something I want to do or if I want to break it up with a different wood type. So, that's what this whole behind the scenes is for. It's just to test out little ideas, see what works, what doesn't, how high I want the buildings to go, and what resources I will need. But overall, I'm not too mad about it. It'll take a little bit more planning before I put them in the world, which I think's okay, um, but I think a little bit of planning will save me on gathering all of these resources in the future. So I'm not over gathering. And I figured block everything with stone and then go through and detail it later. I think that's the route I'm gonna go for. But I think I might actually have to make that tower just a little bit bigger. Maybe 2 more high. Because I think where it was at was just a little bit too low. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm also here for them. I love getting suggestions and reading them. But let's see. Yeah, because if I do it about that high, I could also do like windows here, so it kind of breaks up. Well, obviously not here, but it'll break up the gray in the build. I think I like that. I think that's what we're gonna go with. And then we could do slabbing. Do you think maybe slabs could go there? I'm not sure, but I'm trying to see how I'll put the roof together, but I don't like that. So maybe it'll need the roof to connect here. That might be like the best option for it. Alright, I'm gonna get some of this detail put in because I think just looking at the stone isn't really helping. Oh, maybe. I think that andesite will break it up with a lighter color, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's what we'll need. And I think doing giant blocks of it will help break it up too. I might actually need a different block in here too. that's for sure. Oh, well, I'm just trying to place it in places it can't be placed. There we go. Overall, that's not terrible. Figured random spots, so it's not like too uniform. Because I'm afraid if it's too uniform in the detail, it'll be kind of back to being its just regular gray consistency that the stone brings, but not too sure. Oh, see, there we go. So let's see. I also don't know why I didn't have that at 2. Okay. I'll throw that there. Okay. And then I think we'll go up a little bit on this. And then trail it down. I think that'll be the move to make. Yeah, and then we'll do andesite here. Get it to come down a little bit on either side. And then we'll go take a look at it from a little bit afar. Oh, I see what I was doing. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see. I feel like I may have lost the plot a little bit of what I was doing. The good news, I found it. Okay, so I think that andesite breaks it up pretty well. Let's take a little bit of a further... Well, I immediately don't like that that's built like that, so let me fill it in maybe a little bit more. Maybe that'll be... I might just need another texture in here. But I think that andesite helps break up the stone and gives it like a more natural appearing look. However, I couldn't honestly tell you. I'm not like a really great Minecraft builder. I'd like to think it's something I'll get better at over time. Especially if I push myself out of comfort zones. Ow, why did I... Okay. There we go. Okay. I think this side needs, like, something. Okay. I don't think that's terrible. But I'll need to remove these, because now I understand that I'm leaving that as a trim block, so it'll be 1 block up. And I think that looks pretty good. That's pretty sharp. I don't know if I want to go with stone bricks. There we go. Stone bricks for the, well, that's just like a huge chunk. So let me break that, I think. And that, okay. I think that looks good. The stone bricks, I'm afraid that it'll be too much gray. So I need to figure out what kind of trim we want to do for each of the homes. I was going to be lazy and I did think about just doing the concrete. But I was like, probably don't do that. Let's see. What kind of blocks are we working with? I feel like I can get everything pretty easily now. So I'm not kind of stuck to any specific thing here. Let me see. Maybe. There we go. Let me also get that up. Okay. Let me see. I also didn't put anything in the chat, so that probably isn't helpful. I think that'll go through, right? Fingers crossed. Oh, it did. Perfect. Fantastic. And I pinned it. Wonderful. Okay, see? I'm learning. There we go. Okay. So let's figure out what we want to do for the base. I could do diorite and give it like a nice bright texture. I could do cobbled deep slate and stick with the more moodier tones. If I was doing dark oak, I think that would be a great option to do. So maybe, you know what, maybe I'll go ahead, I'll try, I can try the tile, and I can try, let me put this andesite away for right this moment. Let's try the tile and the bricks, maybe? I think the bricks will, I think the bricks will be nice, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so let's grab the tile first, lay that. Immediately, I think it's too much. But I think, I might need to find a gradient between the two. But I don't hate the stone brick. Yep. I don't know why I like hissed. I immediately don't hate the stone brick. We'll get there. Words are hard. I don't hate the cobblestone. Nope. Cobbled deep slate bricks. Deep slate bricks. Okay, well, I only needed two of those words, so that's so funny. Okay. Let's see if we have any kind of gradients that can go with it. Okay. There we go. That should be all done. Okay, so yeah, I think cobbled deep sleep bricks will be what we'll do. Deep sleep bricks. There we go. I'm already struggling again. I don't have any pale oak, but I do know where the pale oak forest is in our world, so I can just pop right over there. Let's see. We could do tough. Use that maybe as like a nice gradient block for it. I don't think I'd use polished though. I'm afraid that the polished tough will be a little bit too green. It wouldn't match the rest of the thing, but I'll grab it just in case. And we'll do... Because I think we're really going to go with the dark oak. Stick to what I'm comfortable at. So, episode 7 will be going into the Nether. So I could always get basalt and smooth basalt traveling there, so that shouldn't ever be a problem. Um, Blackstone's a little bit too dark for the build. However, I think it would look nice in a future build, that's for sure. Okay, I think we're gonna go finish up the trim here, because I think that'll make the most sense. I think that'll be the easiest, personally. Oh, okay. So we'll get... Yeah, we'll get that all thrown in. We might have to do a gradient. The more I keep looking at it, the more I'm realizing how, like, stark the contrast is. And I think a gradient would make the most sense. But I'm not too sure. So we'll just go ahead, check everything there. Well, with it all put up now, I can take a little bit further of a step back. Yeah, that is such a dark difference. Okay, so let me move the stone, the cobble, grab the tough bricks. No, the tough and then the polished tough. Ooh. Okay, I'm not disliking that idea. I really just have to figure out if it's, how high up it's gonna go. And I don't think I want it too high up, because it's supposed to be a transition. But I also don't want it to be every block either. So, like, while it's a transition, I'm afraid that if I do it on the base of everything, it'll, kind of just feel like it's like the andesite and just all over the place. Huh. Maybe I'll put stone here, and break that. Okay. They're options. They're definitely there. I think the andesite was good in chunks, and the tough is good as, like, little pieces. I think. And I'm not too sure. Okay. And then we'll go up. And then bring it down. We'll see how that tough looks at the end. I liked it. I hate that. I don't like it as a... Yeah, I think the tough in, like, small doses looks great as a transition. Oh, well. Options are made, and I don't think that they're good options, but we'll double check everything once we get a little bit more, I think. Yeah, I think we'll have to put it here like that. And then maybe throw... Huh, I wonder why I did that. And then throw... Okay. You know what, though? I'm not honestly mad about it. I think that's really helping. Is that too much? No, okay, that looks fine there. And then we'll bring it down in a chunk here, since we can't put a window here. Actually, no, we can. Okay, see, we're fine. We're fine. I put a window in. Heck, yeah. Okay. Put a window in, put a door in. And I think... Okay, that's not a terrible frame. I think that's nice. Yeah, I think that looks how we want it to look. So I'm not mad. Now, I have stripped dark oak logs. And, oh, well, if we can put stuff here, we should. And I'm wondering if the stripped dark oak logs would look great like this. Kind of coming down. Well, if I do that, then I should probably close that, right? That would make the most sense, but I'm not too confident in it. And I'm thinking an angular roof-ish. And then I can get this to come down one. Maybe. No. No. Because then it's weirdly uneven, but it needs to be, I think. Hold on. Let's get stairs put on it real quick. Oh, well, I flew way past that. So let's see. Okay. See, I'm running into that problem right here where... Oh, well, that's gonna be stone now. Oh, maybe. I'm running into that problem where it either overhangs or just smushes. So, and it's gonna cut off that. Maybe I don't mess with the bottom portion of this frame and I go up where it's already framed for me, and then I can kind of just follow that framing. And then, well, if I pull it out one, I'm gonna have to close that. Because now it's really two-dimensional, even though it's a 3D structure. Even though I have the outcrop here, it still looks flat here. So let me pull it out, and then, again, we're still at that. It still looks weird. Okay. let's see. We could... I'm probably gonna have to close this. As much as I liked it, I'm afraid that if we leave it open, it'll just look weird with what we're doing. So this will have to be the bottom portion of it, I think. So if we're doing that, let me get all of it kind of stuck onto these sides. Corners. Corners. Those are the words I'm looking for. Corners. This will be left alone for just a moment because I don't really know how I want to do that. And then we could go up, up one over, up one over, up. Okay, and then we... No, it still doesn't look the way I want it to. Let's do stairs, maybe? Maybe that's what I need to do. And then we could do... These are not coming along how I was hoping, and that's too weird. Okay. Again. And then I immediately... That doesn't make sense, so... How do we want to do the roof? I've actually not built a house this shape, so I don't even know how I want the roof to look. Let me grab dark oak slabs, maybe? Kind of frame where the top is gonna go. On each section, and kind of pull them in. So this should come back about here, where this will connect. And then we have that problem. It's such an odd shape that I don't know how I want to do the... whatchamacallit? The roof. Yeah, it's such an interesting and unique shape. I'm used to just doing like either like barn style doors or very pointed, not doors, roofs, but these odd shapes are really gonna be testing me. So let's take a moment, look at it, see where we want to go with it, because I have no clue how we're going to do this roof. We could... I don't like struggling to do this. I really, really don't. But I'd have to do... Maybe these would all have to be sections for a roof to connect. But that would look ridiculous. maybe? I think doing like these side connections here might help me piece together to do these as roofs independently and then follow right about here. Is that 4? Yeah. And then we can do a connection here, perhaps? Perhaps. So let's... That would make the most sense, is to have everything sitting in this line here, and then connect this, if we can. I'm not sure if we can, but we'll see. It'd make the most sense to do it in a straight line here, have these connect, but can't really figure out the real shape or frame of this roof, and it's going to drive me up the wall, so I'm afraid it'll look two-dimensional if I do it the way that I'm thinking of doing it, but I'm not sure how to get it to jut out without being uneven, but also not two-dimensional and uneven. Let's see. We could do... I mean, I could lean into the uneven portion of it. My thought processes for these builds, genuinely crazy. I feel like that's what I edit the most out, is all of this babbling I'm doing. So I'm thinking I could do it like disconnected a little bit, have it pushed down. Oh, see, that doesn't even make sense. Maybe it's because I pulled it out one more. Yeah, that looks fine. In theory, it looks fine, but I know the moment I start to, like, put stairs, I can't put a stair here. So I just have one extra stair here, and it looks a little weird. At least I think it looks weird. So... trying to... and I can't put stairs here, because it'll just give it a weird shape. I don't know how to do this roof. And I usually kind of have an idea. Let's see. If we pull it up a little bit from the framing, and then maybe down, and then it's kind of like it's... Okay. That's not too terrible. It's definitely not what I had expected, but it's definitely not terrible. Let's see. I could probably throw... like, stairs here to break up the... Okay. We got somewhere. I'm not mad about this. I think it looks better than it did 3 seconds ago. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm not mad about it. Let's see. I'm worried that I might be able to do No, we might have to do that, but I'm afraid of it being... That's a great idea, and I don't know how I want to do the back. Like, this will connect fine. So let me get that connected. Whoop, too far, too fast. So let's see. Okay. So it would make sense doing it this way. And then it has that weird... Gosh darn. Has a weird back now. Okay, but like, I can get behind that. I think the weird shaping makes a little bit of sense there. But I'd hate for it to be weirdly shaped at the front. And I'm not sure... Maybe the stairs will look fine. And we could do maybe upside down. And there's that problem, because now it's going to get weird over here. And I'm trying to... I could stair it. And then put upside down stairs here. Okay. Let me change that time. Time set... noon? Okay. That gives me a little bit more light to look at it. I think it is an odd shape, but I can make it look like the beams are being wrapped around by the roof. So I can kind of break them up into chunks, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll do... Make it look like it's it's supposed to look like a beam. Okay, and now it looks like it's... Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. I'll have to figure out the other roof portions. But... I'm not mad about how this roof's looking. I hope everyone's night is going well. I hope everyone's all comfortable. Hopefully with a blanket. It is. It's late for me. It's like 10. So I don't know what everyone else's time is. Let's see. We'll take a look at this once we get, I think, just this portion added. And... okay. Oh, see, there's that problem, because I didn't put it here. I put it one back. Okay. I thought it was weird that this was here. Okay. Oh. Darn. Okay. Because then we can do... yeah. And then we'll just section it here. I can do something with that center piece here, I think, but I don't... But now, it doesn't look... No, it doesn't look too awful. And it kind of looks like it's being held in place by the stairs and the slabs. Definitely a little bit more chunky than I expected, but I'm wondering... okay. Huh. I'm wondering if I can replicate that kind of idea over here, maybe? Kind of keep it with that pillar theme or beam themed. Huh. Maybe not. Because it can connect here. And I can remove this to connect it. Yeah, I can remove that. But then we run into that problem of it looking a little bit too odd. So these are going to have to be entirely different roof types. definitely an option. Definitely a choice I've made. And honestly, it'll have to follow this part here. Otherwise, hold on, is that right? Did I... Because that's supposed to be a bottom, but I guess... Yeah, I guess I had these two here to stop it from coming over here. So I probably could get away with doing... Oh, I could get away with doing that. And breaking it like that. Yeah. But because it's already eaten up over here, I don't really have to worry about it, I don't think. I don't think. No, because it's already kind of like melded into it, so then I can get away with these bottom portions here. This is definitely something I've never done before. That's for sure. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad about that. So now I just have to figure out how to get the rest of this done. We could do stairs, maybe. Or I can remove... I could remove some of the stone to make it an easier transition and only focus on one side. But I don't know what kind of side I'd focus on. Hold on. Let's see. I want to kind of see if there's any other woods that might help too. So far, I'm not really pleased with the options. Okay. Now, I don't know why I thought different wood would make it look better. So let's remove some of this. So I can kind of see the build of it, I guess. The flatness of it. Maybe that's gonna help. I mean, I could probably get away with doing, like, a connection here. And then it's like... Okay. See, I can probably get away with that. But okay. It's definitely a shape. And I can probably... See, though, this won't connect. I don't think, no matter how hard I try now. And then it'll just look weird if it connects. But... I could... put blocks here, maybe? To kind of like... Well, if I'm gonna do blocks, I might as well do the whole thing block here. What an odd shape that is. Okay. Maybe half slabs? Maybe half slabs, because then they're not so jarring like a whole block is. And then I can probably get away with kind of throwing it here. Like it's kind of going into it? They're shapes, that's for sure. No. I'm not even sold on this roof, so I'm not sure how I want to go about it. I like the bottom. I think the bottom I need to keep. But I don't know what to do. I mean, I can probably get away. Hmm. And maybe make it like a... Hmm. Okay. And then I'm kind of giving myself like an extra spot to work with here. Well. Okay. And then I can connect that. Let's see. Get this all facing the right way. The main story is going to be, I guess, a little bit smaller. Are they all? Yeah, they're all pushing out one, so I could probably get a second push out. And then I can bring each one down a level, I think. I don't know why I didn't just do that to begin with, because I needed that. So let's see. That's not terrible. It gives it an extra layer. We'll need it to break here, so I can throw stairs here. Well, hey, place, okay. Okay, that didn't look too terrible. And then I could probably put fences there, maybe? Maybe. No, leave these here for right now. Leave them there, because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But that should work. When in doubt, give yourself some more height. Oh, but then we run into this section where it's gonna get cut off right there again. And then it just feels like everything's competing for space. That's a good idea. I just don't think it makes sense. Because then we're just going to have two competing spots. But I liked the frame idea, but what if I could pull the frame in more, maybe? No. I liked the frame. I really did. That was, I think, one of my favorite parts of this side. I haven't even tackled this. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from that, go over here for just a second. I think what we'll do is upside down stairs. Maybe. I think the upside down stairs will help a little bit. please. Nope. Okay. We're just gonna struggle. Let's see. Okay. I feel like I've gotten absolutely nowhere. Okay. Um, I have mumbled on, I think, this entire time, because I have no clue how I want this to look. That is a shame. Usually I'm a very go with the flow kind of person. Not now. I've been a little bit too cautious, I think. I think maybe just a little bit too cautious. Honestly, let me throw, I think, yeah, slabs here. Okay. That slab's connected there, fine. And then it kind of gives it like a... I'm wondering if I should turn... Because I don't think I can... No. Because they're hanging. So what if we connect them here? Give them more spaces. See if the stairs will stick. Because if the stairs will stick to the bottom, they won't. Okay. Oh, but they'll stick there. Okay. So we'll just push it up one on some portions, leave it down on others. Well, maybe. Okay. And then that wants to go down. Okay. Okay, that gives it a nice feel. I'm wondering if okay. And then we can go up 1, 2, up 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then I think we can do regular stairs around. No. So maybe slabs? Or will I run into a weird junction here? Okay, I'm not hating it. It's definitely not two-dimensional. That is definitely what I was worried about, but it's not now. Okay. If I can complete this side of the roof, this stream, that would be perfect. So let's go up a little bit, up a little bit. No. I think going up is just gonna... I'm just gonna keep going up until something works. I'm wondering if... maybe... if I can get away with using stairs here, and then connect it with blocks, and then slab these upper portions to give it dimension with one here, and then maybe... Okay, I'm not mad about it. And then we can do dark oak fences with a lightning rod? Do we think a lightning rod would be... I think a lightning rod would be a good idea. 2 and a lightning rod. Now let's see if that's... Honestly, that's not terrible. It gives it like a nice layer, I think, but I'm afraid that that looks weird. So I wonder... Oh, okay, good. I can get away with that. It's not as pointed as I want it to be, so... Oh, let's fix that with slab and slab. And then maybe make this higher by 1, 2, and 1. Okay. We got somewhere. We have this roof done, which I think was something I was really stressed about. I might do a staircase trim as well. I think that'll help, maybe. Again, I could be wrong. Huh, I moved that way too close, that's for sure. Okay. We'll leave that there like that for right now. Okay. So... if I can get at least that thrown in. Okay. So I think... yeah, I think that gives it a nice base to work off of. Let me get some glass and doors put in, because it's just going to look weird until I do so. Let's get regular glass. I don't know. Yeah, regular glass. Let's grab... I don't know why I'm looking there. We can grab spruce doors, maybe? Let's get some glass and doors put in, so I can kind of get an idea of where... do I want to go up one, or is 2 fine? I think 2 is fine. Yeah, I think 2 made sense. Okay. Okay. So I'm not too pressed about it. And I keep this bottom portion and this portion here. Okay. This is making more sense the more I'm putting stuff in here. And it all together. Okay. And then... yeah. I was gonna put more doors in, but I was afraid if we put more doors in, since they're villager homes, it would just have more, they'd have more areas to walk out, but I can at least control the areas they can walk in and out of, and I'm thinking about putting a wall up around the, like, wall blocks up everywhere to kind of stop them from wandering too far. If we keep it pretty lit as well, we should stop any zombies from spawning in to kill them. So I think that's what we might... ooh, maybe. Might get away with doing. And then spruce. How does that spruce feel? It feels a little weird, right? Let's see. Could get away with maybe dark oak. It's a lot of dark oak we're using, but I think that that's too... Okay. These are all options that I'm working with here. Let's do stairs, maybe? And then I can slab it down a little bit. And then put slab up. Well, that looks weird. So let's do maybe slab here. And like a little mustache. You know what? I'm not gonna fight with it. I don't think I can fight with that. Maybe I can. Let's see. The stairs themselves looks just out of place. This also looks out of place, so let me put... Okay. But I'm afraid that this is just going to block a lot of the glass if we do it this way. So... I did like the slabs, but I don't really like them blocking these bottom. I mean, it's not like totally blocking it, but it's not helping. It looks fine from the outside. It breaks up that weird texture of just gray everywhere. And then we can kind of like bring it up. I don't know why I don't have any windows right here. Because I can. I got that, like, if I can put a window here, I should. Okay, that looks fine for right now. I can kind of get behind it, I think. I think. It feels a little weird with it being placed everywhere, and maybe less is more. You'll have to let me know what you think, but I think that looks fine. It gives it like a nice texture on the bottom. Okay, and then I hate how that feels, so let's do upside down stairs here, maybe? Oh, darn it. It's more or less like, well, how many times am I really going to be right here, but... Whoop, whoop, okay. That feels better, and then I can throw a slab in each one of these off corners, I think. And honestly, I'm trying to figure out why this one's not matched up. That's matched up. These are matched up. Okay. And then we can probably... Should I throw slabs on each one of these? It's more or less like... Is less more? Am I doing too much? Feels like I might be doing too much. Let's take a look at it from over here. I think it looked fine the way it was, aside from the stairs right here. But, honestly, what I could do... Okay, that would make sense. Because it felt like I had a very large gap on these, and now they have, like... Okay. And then we'll just throw, maybe if I can get inside. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do it that way. I don't know why I gasped. It's not like I'm in survival. Okay. So I think... Yeah, that's fine. That's upright, that's upright, okay. So now, it should have a nice feel to it. Yeah, I think that that's what we're gonna go with. I want to pull these up like they're supposed to be pulled. Okay, I'm not mad about that. Okay. Fudge. Do we think I can get away with connecting it, maybe? Right through here? We'll see. It's gonna be definitely different roof sizes. And I think that that's not a terrible idea. And then we'll just, on each corners, bring this up. Well, I guess we won't have a fourth there. 2, 3, and 2. Okay. And then we'll just, do the same thing that we did over there over here. Maybe. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have to figure that out. Because I'm not sure how we're gonna connect all of the little bits and bobs. But I think, for now, that maybe... I'm starting to think that I might have to bring the actual roof bit up a little bit, and that's okay. It's definitely an odd shape. It's definitely helping me find what kind of shapes I want for the roof. Maybe, okay. Okay. Actually, they all should probably go back one. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to figure out how to connect those. But, I mean, that does not look too terrible for the first villager house. I mean, we have... I'm going to assume that this is going to be the librarian house. So I don't think it's going to look too terrible. I don't think so. I think it looks pretty good. I don't think that's too terrible. Let's get another go around. See how everything kind of looks. We might have to adjust this roof because it feels a little flat right there. But, I mean, it's definitely very angular. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with, for sure. But all right, friends, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I want to thank everyone so much who came, who hung out for a little bit. Um, I can't believe at all that we hit 151 subscribers. It really does mean the world to me. I hope you enjoyed seeing the villagers' homes come together. We are just getting started, so there's much more to build and to explore. I am still kind of learning, getting used to how Java's played a little bit. I'm getting used to starting up this channel and this community, so I'm going to be a little bit nervous for a little bit, but I'm going to try my best to get over that and work really hard to really get to know all of you, amazing people. Don't forget that episodes 1 through 6 are up if you do want to catch up before episode 7 drops. And I'd love for you to check out the community tab to share what you'd like to see on the next channel. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and remember this is a safe, cozy space, and everyone here is welcome. Thank you again for joining tonight, and I'll see you next time.